Welcome to episode number 42 of Real Life is Friends podcast. This is one of your hosts, Kimberly.
Mila.
And guess what, everyone? We are at our 1 year anniversary. Well, technically it's tomorrow, but still same difference. Ooh. Yeah, we need some cheering or something. Let's see what I got in this. Let's get some cheering. Yes, let's celebrate us. Okay, it's going on a little bit longer than I wanted it to continue to go. But yes, we're super excited. This last time, well, the first time we recorded was on November the 12th. So obviously today's November the 11th. So therefore, this is our anniversary because next week is going to be too late to be our anniversary. Duh. so yeah.
Wow.
That's how that works.
A whole year.
Mm-hmm. I know. I was just telling one of my friends, and she was like, "It's been a year already," and I was like, "Yeah, it's been a year." Who would have thought?
Flies.
Exactly, when you're having fun. Okay, that's what they say. And this year has also been flying very, 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 very. Can you believe we're November the 11th, Veterans Day? Also, shout out to all the veterans.
Shout
I
out.
know there's some posts of some people of some veterans that we have posted. Those people are near and dear to my heart and the podcast heart. There are also some listeners. So we definitely want to thank you for your services and everything, for ultimate sacrifice, because like you are willing to risk your whole entire life.
Say it,
baby.
For little old me and the world.
Okay, for this United States of America, baby, because I'm just saying you are to be commended because
and appreciated. So I hope you got everything that the peoples was giving the veterans today.
Okay, I hope you got all your free meals. I know Outback was giving away a meal today. I hope you got all your free meals today.
I heard nothing but cakes was giving out something. Applebee's. Somebody else. So it's a if you still got a little time, depending on where you at. If you in the West Coast, you still got time.
Yep.
If you're over here in the Central Time, you teetering on about an hour left. You on Eastern Time,
get you some free stuff. You deserve it. You deserve more than it. But go get your free stuff.
Go get it. I say, long as you in the building, the folks can't close on you. So get what you gonna get. Get your free stuff. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve that, and I hope you're 100% vested because you deserve that too.
I will do the Mama D song. What's the "You Deserve" or "I Deserve"? Whatever, Mama D.
Think she was "I Deserve" or something.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, y'all definitely deserve something for willing to make the sacrifice, because there's a lot of people, including myself, that was not willing to make the sacrifice or the weight requirement. But
there was a time once where I thought I wanted to be. Really, there was a time in college I think I wanted to be on the border patrol. We could praise his holy name. I'm not there now, but I don't know why the border patrol was interesting to me.
I don't know why that was interesting to you either.
I don't know why.
Now, I will say this.
I think this.
Go ahead.
You can go.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just like, I think it had to been. I don't know if it was undergrad. Might have been undergrad time. I was like, oh, I want to go to the border. Don't know why.
Hey, uncle. Hey, auntie.
Hey, Auntie. Because Auntie said she be watching us, but she can't, she don't know, ain't figured out how to say hi and type it in there. But hey,
Okay.
Auntie. So she been watching us. She just hadn't been able to comment.
So we had JROTC in high school, and they made you take
Mm-hmm.
the ASVAB test. And apparently, I scored pretty high, and people from the military started trying to call me to get me to join. And I believe my mama told me to join, and
Really?
now she's saying she did not tell me to join. She said I may have misunderstood that. But I was like, Mama, I would have had to fight in a whole entire war. Good thing I was fat. I'm just saying,
You was
you
what?
gotta be good thing I was fat. You gotta appreciate some things. Because they was like, well, we can put you on a routine and help you get to the weight that you're supposed to be, baby. You gonna have to accept me for who I am. And I was a lot smaller then, baby. I was definitely a lot smaller then, but I was still above what the hell is a physical requirement for his weight. And I was like, you don't have no diet plan for me, not for this one, because I'm not willing to be out here risking my life.
The people said they were gonna put you on the plane.
Yeah, I can't be out here risking my life. And then I was like, Mama, see, I would have been in a whole entire war.
You would have been in, yeah, you would have been in, which war would you been in? It wouldn't have been the Gulf War.
Girl, first of all, no, I would not have been in the Gulf War.
In Afghanistan when they was over there. Where would you would have
What?
been at then?
I guess it's maybe Iraqi freedom, maybe
That's
whatever
in the
war.
Gulf, ain't it?
But I'm saying like there was literally the Gulf War. There was not the war that I would have been in because that. And like shout out, like one of my friends, her and her husband, I forgot to ask permission about him, so that's why I didn't post his picture. But both of them are served in the military together, and they both went overseas together. They actually fought in the war that I would have fought in had I joined one of those branches of the military. Actually, I probably would have been like, "Can I just stay at home? Can I be like at the desk somewhere? Like, what, what level of service do I need to be in to not see not see war?"
So in other words, you want to do paper. You want to be in control of
Baby,
papers.
exactly, exactly.
What if you
I'll
had
be,
to join?
I'll be
Oh,
like,
no.
what's the Tyler Perry movie that we watch with the women? I'll be like, you want me to check the mail? You
Oh
want me to
yeah,
check
triple
triple
six eight,
something like
triple
that?
eight six.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, you want me to check the mail? Like, but here, not there. Here, do you want me to check the mail on American soil? Because that's
But
what I can give you.
I don't know. You think you would? There's no part of the military that you would join. I can't swim, so I know I could join the Navy. I need something
Well,
that
I can't.
would.
I want to remember what branch of the military that was trying to recruit me because I can't remember because it's been such a long time ago. But apparently, my ASVAB test was pretty high, and I could have went to the Air Force.
Mm,
So cushy is how I understand the Air Force to be by all the
really?
people that are in the Army.
The Air Force? Where you riding around striking stuff? They. Mm.
Again, not I. Do you have mail for me? Like, do I need to do some dishes maybe or something? Like
So in other words, you would have
there
been
could
in.
be somewhere that my skills not putting my life in danger could have been, utilized.
Air traffic control, maybe.
No, because I wear glasses. I don't think you can do that because you wear glasses.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, some of these things you can't do if you have, like, I wear glasses. So, mm-mm.
Hmm.
So
Oh
maybe
well, I guess I
mail.
definitely. I wouldn't have been in them. I guess mail would be it. That's about all you can read with glasses, is you can't be in air traffic control.
You know what I can also do? I could also order the planes and stuff like that. I can do logistics on American soil,
Not
out
overseas.
of harm's way, preferably at my house, because I don't know if I even want to be on the base because they could be attacked. I'm just saying. I know where my strength lies, and I know where they don't lie. I'm just saying it wouldn't have worked out because like I could see myself right now. They'll be like, "Girl, you is dishonorably discharged." See, I would have just got. They'd be like, "You abandon your whole like battalion or
You would
whatever."
have been AWOL.
Absolutely,
You'd have been
exactly.
AWOL.
That's
Like
why I
Frankie
said.
Lyman. You'd been like Frankie Lyman down there in Augusta somewhere.
Yeah, it just wasn't gonna work for me. It didn't. I'm over the age now, so I don't really have to worry about that. Knock on some wood. But I'm just saying, like, no.
Well, you know what? So again,
Oh, Auntie is on here.
Auntie, come in it.
Yes,
Look at my auntie.
she
Yay,
done she
auntie!
done figured out how to do it.
Auntie.
But yeah, so do you think, like, what branch of the military would you have joined if you were going to join?
Mm. I'm like you, something that would have been easy. Um, Cause I don't want to be riding there with no pow. Uh, I don't want to be in the front line, but I could be maybe like 5 rows back. You know.
Not 5 rows
So what is
back.
okay? So it's the Marines, the Army,
Air Force,
Navy,
Navy. Baby, I can't
Air
swim, so
Force.
Navy is automatically out for me. That would have never
Oh,
been an
that's definitely
option.
out for me. I couldn't do that. So put me in the Air
Then
Force.
Coast Guard. Now we got the Space Force.
I feel like Coast Guard, you have to learn how to swim too.
Yeah.
So anything that requires me to swim, no.
But
You better learn, T. So I would do Air Force. Cause least, I mean, I think I can probably keep a plane going.
you know what I would probably choose second, potentially?
What?
Well, I would, as a job. I won't say as branch of the military because I don't get into specifics like that. Um, I would have loved, even though that would have put me slightly in harm's way, kind of, sort of. I would have loved to be a sniper because I believe that I have the ability to be a sniper.
Ma'am, you just need to, and I wouldn't even put you in the sniper. Put you somewhere where you can find stuff and you can be
No,
help the
seriously.
folks in witness protection.
Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't necessarily want to like kill the people, but I'm just saying, like, I believe my talents could be utilized as a sniper.
And what part of the military would that be in?
All them, I assume,
A
have
snipers at
snipers.
all level?
I would assume at least the army and the Marines, I would think, have snipers.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I think I could be a sniper. I'm positive I could be a sniper. I feel in my heart of hearts that I could be a sniper.
Not your heart of hearts.
Yes. I just need someone to give me a little bit of the proper training, and I believe that I could be a sniper.
A little bit of the proper training, not a whole lot.
Because I think I do truly believe that I am naturally talented at shooting. Um, so yeah, I think that's a natural ability that I have. So I
Okay.
think that would serve well in the military.
I think you would be better served outside of the military in the FBI and the CIA.
Now I do believe that as well. I do truly believe that but definitely the FBI or CIA definitely like don't be calling me now because I'm not gonna do any I'm not gonna do some of that stuff anymore. But back in the day, or maybe 4 years into the future, you can call me. Not right now. Do not call me now. Do not. I repeat, I'm not the person right now. I am not the person right now.
Ah,
But in like 4 years or so, you can call me FBI or CIA, and I could even probably be a sniper or use my other talents and skills and ability. Um,
so
one
if
day
you hear
somebody's
this
gonna
out there
listen to.
in the Federal Bureau of Investigation, ain't that what the FBI is?
they're on
TBI?
shut, they're on shutdown, so ain't nobody paying attention
They
to us.
don't shut down too. That's
The
essential.
whole, but I'm saying like they're not. I don't think they're hiring anybody. Like, of
No,
course, the people are working, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think they just.
I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
saying because they essential. Like FBI have to work.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the federal government is technically shut down, but I'm just
It is.
saying, don't call me right now because it'll be a waste of time and resources at this very moment. 4 years, I got you. I
Why
can
4 years? Oh, current administration.
yes,
Okay,
I don't want them problems. I don't want those problems.
gotcha.
And probably me saying that maybe means that I can't even work there anymore, but it doesn't matter.
You'll be able to work there.
Maybe by
Is
four
that
years,
age
and
cutoff
also
though?
maybe by 4 years, I meet the weight requirements and the physical.
Okay, you know what? Anything is possible, ma'am. Uh, but is there an age requirement? I know I'm at the loop for age requirement. Cause don't
For
tell
the
me
for
like,
the FBI and CIA, I don't think so. I don't
oh,
know if they have one. I know the military they have one.
they
I
like
thought it was
30 something, right?
35. Yeah, I thought it was like 35 or something like that.
Okay,
I could be wrong. And it probably could different branches may have different requirements.
but the FBI, we can still probably finagle a way in there.
Yeah, I feel like the FBI can still hire somebody.
I think you would be good at the FBI.
I do too.
I think that would definitely be your calling. Cause your nose is hell.
Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing at all.
And
Now,
you would and you would go down a rabbit hole. And
like
the
no
next
other
thing
baby.
we done find out what school they children go to.
Exactly. And I know we're
If,
not talking about. I know we're not going to even talk about this movie because we haven't even discussed movies or anything.
mhm.
Because just basically to give y'all a little thing of what we're doing tonight, we're basically just doing a fun episode about us and our friendship and the podcast over the last year and stuff like that. So some of the topics we have discussed, some of the movies, television shows, all of that. That's what we are pretty much doing tonight, just so you'll have a understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this movie that I watch. I can't think of the name of it right now, but let me tell you why I don't think I can work for the CIA. I probably
Why?
would be better suited for the FBI because, and don't get me wrong, I know FBI knows things as well,
Mm-hmm.
but so the CIA, so in this particular movie, the people work for different departments of the government,
Okay.
and they knew about something happening, and they were called their loved ones in the middle of the day and saying, "Hey, I love you." First of all, no husband, mother, sister, brother, daddy, whatever of mine need to ever call me in the middle of the day and say they love me if they never called me, because now my spider sense is going off. Because why are you calling me, telling me that you love me? And then, like, it's imagine you working for the CIA or your spouse is working for the CIA. They call you in the middle of the day talking about they love you. Baby, what's going on? You better talk in some code. I know you. So that's where I'm going to falter, because I'm going to have to talk in code or some, because you're going to have to tell me which direction I need to go, because you ain't going to just leave me hanging. And I don't know if I could just leave my person hanging, or my mom and my siblings and, people in my family that people in my life that I love. I don't think I could leave them hanging.
Mainly your
So
mama, because you don't care about anybody else.
I do care about other people.
But your mama, you want to
But
take
yeah,
your mama to witness protection and knowing
now I
she
keep,
got other children.
and she knows that, and she understands. I told her there's no second guess. She has to go with me. She has to. But yeah, but I'm like, if you ever call me in the middle of the day and be like, "Well, I love you," and I'll be like, "Absolutely not."
What is it?
Absolutely not. So, do the apples go? Are they Washington apples, or they are like where other place? Fiji apples? Like, you got to tell me where I need to go. Like Gala for Georgia. I'm just saying, like Fuji for Florida. Like, you gonna have to tell me something about some apples or something, because I gotta get away too. I'm just
But
saying.
maybe if you're not supposed to get away, they just telling you, hey, love you, XYZ, I'm out. That's they job in the government. They got to be secretive. They can't tell you everything.
I know, and that's why I said I don't think I could do that part. Like, I'm not equipped to know too much. I want to know a lot, but I'm not equipped to. There are some things in my head that I'm not equipped to know, because then I think I'd be paranoid. I'd be
But that's
like,
part of the government, though.
I know, but like, that's why I don't necessarily want to work for the CIA. I want to work for the FBI, because I feel like you know stuff, but you don't know too much.
So
Because
see, you
I
said the
think that clearance
CIA.
is I think that clearance is a totally different clearance. I think the CIA
Yeah.
is way more top secret of a clearance situation. And that's why it won't work for me, because I don't want to. There are certain things I'd be like, you know what? I probably don't want to know that.
You gonna get up out the CIA meeting and say, you know what? I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back.
No, like, I'll be like, no, I'll probably like be somewhere in the corner, like, why do I know? Like, you remember watching, did you watch Scandal?
Yeah, a while back, yeah.
Okay. I would be like Hook. I'd be sitting down in the middle of the floor talking to myself. Hey, absolutely not. Like, I feel like I'll be like, I know too much in my head, and I just be like, no, 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 no. I don't think it would work for me.
I feel like if I worked in something like that, I feel like I would be more. I would feel like I'm inclined to tell at least one person something. It's like they may not need to know all the details, but it'd be like, ooh, I'm working on this case and something. I don't know. I feel like I would have to tell somebody something.
See, you're gonna be fired. You're gonna be
would.
fired.
But I mean, I would still keep it HIPAA compliant.
HIPAA only concerned in the healthcare industry. You just not work for the CIA. That's what I'm saying. Like, depending on what you know in the CIA, you might get killed. That's the thing. Somebody could be looking for you because of what you know. That's why I'm like, no, I feel like the CIA, you got to know too much.
But I feel even too with the FBI, you knowing a whole lot.
But it's not to the level of like, I feel like the CIA is behind closed doors stuff. Like the FBI stuff, like it's things that people have heard of before, like Oklahoma bombing, like we talked about. This something people have heard of before. I'm quite sure there's a lot of other things that went on behind the scenes, but I'm saying like most of those things are like things that you heard of before. They'll be talking in the CIA. These are things that has never came to the light of day. And all of a sudden you know about some monkeys and some, like, you just know too much. Like, I feel like you just know too much. And I'll be like, I don't want to know this. I'll be like, I don't want to know this. And like, because nobody else knows about the monkey. So like, at least if it's the FBI, like, oh, you heard about the Oklahoma bombing. Yeah, I heard about the Oklahoma bombing. You know, da 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 da. That's because it's already probably out here on the mainstream and stuff like that. So you may not be able to talk in depth, but you can at least, you know, bring it up. I can't go bring up the monkeys. Because if I bring up the monkeys, people be like, girl, what you talking about? And then I would have to explain it. And then next thing I know, somebody looking for me because I done told the wrong person. And I wasn't supposed to say that anyway. And yeah. Just saying. And I don't know why I said monkeys, but I'm just saying. It had to be something weird.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, here.
But nobody know about the monkey project. I'm just saying. I don't know what the acronym.
The monkeys that fell down there in the street, down in Mississippi, that was running amongst down there.
I'm just saying, like monkey stands for something. The MONKEY, that stands for something. That stands for a whole different project. That's what I'm talking about, but nobody knows about it. That's what I'm saying. And we can't talk about that because you don't know nothing about it. Because ain't nobody talking about it.
I don't.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna trust my coworkers. Absolutely not. So never did I talking to them. So
now, do you think so this would be my question. Do you think like the people in the F, the B, and the I, and the C, the I, and the A, like you think they be cool with their coworkers?
No.
Like, do you feel like there's a level
maybe the FBI, yes, because FBI is basically law enforcement. So I feel like FBI, yes, CIA, no, because I feel like there's a certain level of paranoia you have to have if you work for the CIA. Because you don't know who you don't really know who's double agents. You don't know necessarily who you can trust and what you can say and what you can't say, who got what clearance, and so you got to be very careful with the conversations and everything, because again, depending on what you say, that might trigger something, and the next thing you know, you got to watch out for snipers. You got to watch out for my people. You don't want to do that. I thought about these things clearly.
You really like fixated on these snipers.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like the CIA, absolutely not.
In other words,
I think your whole life is supposed to be serious.
Because do you think like the people at the FBI, okay, so we know everybody's probably trying to move up, to be what? I don't know, whatever the top ranking is in the
Director,
FBI.
FBI director,
So
like Cash Patel.
the director, okay,
Mm-hmm.
regional director or whatever. I
Baby,
don't know.
I would need to be the
You,
whole
I
thing.
wonder, do they like you want to be like over the top FBI?
Mm-hmm. I
Cause
want to
them a
be like,
lot of folks you got to be
I know.
in control of.
Maybe not every. You're right. Maybe regional. I'll take regional
You know
director.
what? I don't even know if I want regional. Give me division. Whatever it is. Regional, you going off. It could be all up over there in the east and the west. I don't know. Give me my little pocket where I'm at. Give me 4 or 5. Good FBI agents I work with. I don't want to be. That's too many folks. I got to sit here and figure out who I can trust, who low down, who gonna snitch, who gonna
That's
backstab.
and that's what I'm saying.
Uh
That's why
uh
I'm thinking that. That's why I'm telling you that I believe the FBI, you can probably have people more friendly with you because, like I said, that's basically law enforcement, and that's just to me like a regular job. But I think the CIA, I think you have to be too secretive and too paranoid to do that job because you know
Which
too
one of them
much.
jobs? Okay, you remember like a while back, it was the people's, and they was like putting folks' identity out there, like they was in the if they was in the what is it, the
Mm,
CIA or something, and they was like, here come Barbara Jones. She was, she was undercover. You remember they were putting folks' identity out there?
doxing people, I think I'm gonna allegedly say Dodge. Maybe somebody
I
was.
don't know if
I think
this
they're
might
doing
have
it to
been
the
pre.
Dodge people.
Now this might have been pre Dodge, but I feel like it was
Okay.
something one time, and I don't know if it was the first, if it was 45 first term or what, or maybe not even him, but like somebody that worked like in the they whole folks know who they were and what they were doing. See, that's what I'd be nervous at. And then my thing is this: okay, so if you're really kind of undercover in the CIA
Mm-hmm.
and folks don't really know what you're doing, but it's like Tom and on Martin. Folks know you got a job, but they don't really know where you work at or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you talk to your neighbors about where you work at?
You don't talk to your neighbors because you can't tell them. Like they have you not paid attention to all the like I watch a whole bunch of action movies and they always have a whole storyline of like where they're from and stuff like that and the job that they do. Kind of like from Scandal where he told them that he was the museum curator or whatever because even though
Mm-hmm.
he was over so you literally have a um whole alias. And that's what I'm saying. I will be screwing this up. That's what I'm saying. This is not gonna work for me because I'm gonna tell the truth one day and they're gonna be like, so you was at work, and I'll be like, yeah, I was at the da 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 da, and they'll be like, I thought you did carpet or something, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it was just happened to
Carpet.
be in that house, like just like, none of this will work in my favor. I don't think I could. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I think I'd be too paranoid
So
to
in
work there.
other words, what she's saying is she's going to stick to the job that she has, and maybe in the
Hmm.
next lifetime, if they see fit that she can become a sniper, or she can, then so be it. But as of right now, she's going to stick with the current job she has.
Hmm. Because I can't work for the CIA. I can't do it. Um. So when it comes to our lovely podcast that we have been doing for a year as of tomorrow,
Mm.
November the 12th. What is a show that you never thought about watching, but you watched because of the podcast and you happy that you did?
I would say probably recently the neighbor, the perfect neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that because I don't know if I would have. I probably eventually would have watched it, but I'm kind of glad. You kind of gave me a heads up on it, but I'm
Yeah.
glad I watched that one. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad that was one. What about you?
Um, I probably would say The Girlfriend. I was kind of
Mm,
leery on whether or not I wanted to watch it. And then I
okay.
end up watching it and I end up liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Enough. So if they do have a second season, I'll definitely,
You
pay
watch it.
attention and watching and stuff like that. But that was probably the one that I probably, and also Beyond the Gates. I have to say, I probably was never gonna watch Beyond the Gates. But
Really?
now, mhm, because I didn't really do soap operas, but now I
Okay.
faithfully watch that sucker every day that it's
Now
on TV.
I grew up watching soap operas, uh, and so I would say Beyond the Gate is really a. You know what? I think it's probably better than. I don't know. Maybe what I expected. I guess so to say. But I would say that it really is getting better, and
Hmm.
not that it was bad, but I think now the story, is starting to, pick up some steam or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
And
think it's
so,
getting a lot
yeah,
more characters. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think that is really a good thing. Uh, Trying to see what else would be, because clearly, as everybody know, we have different TV
Vastly different.
styles.
Vastly different. Vastly different.
We're definitely different on what it is that we like to watch. Um, so I'm trying to see what else did we watch that was collectively good. I guess that we both watched. Mm, I can't think. But I would say one activity, and that would be recently. I guess the Panda Fest. I think that was a good outing.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Uh,
too.
that was a good one. When we did, which we probably need to do more of, kind of like outings and stuff. But when we
Hmm.
did the thing down at the Titan Stadium, although it was raining and kind of chilly that day, was it Super Bowl? It
Oh,
was a
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I think the weather was kind of dreary that day. Uh, that was fun.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was.
mm-hmm.
Happy
uh,
hour was fun. We went to North for happy hour, and that's where you got well, we both posted the TikTok of us doing that
yeah.
dance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Trying to
And
see
and
what
and
else.
let me just say this because I also posted the video on my TikTok of what you posted. And people are like, why are you not moving? Because I'm not trying to watch her dog. Like is that not self-explanatory? like like they were like, she's not moving. I was not trying to move. That was kind of
And
the point.
ladies and gentlemen, if you hadn't learned anything this whole year, she does not like my dog. And her
No,
mama told her to be
it has nothing to do with your dog. I don't like pets in general. You just happen to have a pet that I also don't like, but it has nothing to do specifically with Sunny, which is your dog. It has to do with I don't like pets. None of them.
and she has to be nice because she talks about him all the time. And her mama
Oh
said she
yeah, I
need to
said I
be.
was going to be nice to him today for your birthday because Mila just celebrated her birthday on Friday, and I told her that on Tuesday's show I would not be mean to Sunny, and I have not been mean to him so far. So I'm opening up my end of the bargain of the agreement.
Would
You're
you like
welcome.
to see him and tell him you're
You're
sorry?
welcome. You're welcome. Why am I
You want to tell him you're
apologizing to him?
sorry?
I didn't say I was going to apologize to your dog because I didn't do anything to apologize to your dog.
You
I
hurt
said
his
I would
feelings.
be nice.
And he's on the sick and shut in list.
I had this post and it says, because it was a memory and it popped up. And the post says, I hate it when you have to be nice to someone you really want to throw a brick at. And I don't want to throw a brick at no one. But I just wanted to say that post.
I don't know which way we should go with that.
I don't want to throw a brick at no one. But I just wanted to just say it.
All those people she try to say she don't want to throw a brick at me, or she don't want to throw one at him. Now, would I like to throw some bricks at him? I got a few folks I would rather throw a brick at.
Not throwing
Pow pow.
bricks. That was my whole thing. I'm not throwing bricks.
Oh my God. So what do you think we should do going forward since we have hit the 1 year mark? What should we do next?
We definitely need to go out more
Mm-hmm.
events. We definitely need to go to a Prius game. It's Prius season, so we need to go to a Prius game. They have the golden ticket, so we can definitely get a good price.
Okay.
We just got to lock down dates for that.
Yeah.
I would like for us to have like a little mixer or some kind of thing. So the people, that watches us and stuff like that, and maybe get more people to watch us, have a little something going on somewhere, little meetup
Okay.
or whatever. Um, just to interact with the people.
Interact
And
with people.
have some
Interact with the
conversations,
people. Okay.
get people ideas, perspectives, and stuff like that. I think that would be fun.
I think so
What
too.
about you?
I like the interaction with people. I'm not. I am. I'm the one that tends to lack on the social media posts. I just that's. I got to do better with that. But I like interacting with people. I like socializing, and so I think if we did more of that, and then maybe some people will, you know, sponsor. Is it
Mm-hmm.
sponsor? What
Yeah,
level
it's
are we trying to
sponsor.
get on?
It's
Yeah,
sponsor.
we
Mm-hmm.
get a good sponsor. I think we definitely have potential.
I do
Uh,
too.
and we're definitely not the typical podcast that's running around here giving that old bullshit ass advice on folks. You need to
Now
bring
we will
some
give
to the
it.
table.
Yeah, we're not
Uh,
we're not about that. We're not about now we will give advice, but we are not about any relationship, male, woman bashing. We don't do any of that because we don't
uh-uh.
do that in real life. And the whole point of this podcast is basically how we were from a group chat to a podcast, things that we would normally talk about, things that you would normally talk about with your friends
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So that's kind of the ideal behind the whole entire podcast. So we're not gonna come on here because, like I said, this is not what we do. We don't really bash people, even people
Right.
that probably should be bashed, um, with a car or brick. Um, we don't do that though. Like
Right. I
we
mean,
don't
but I
we
think it's
don't be promoting violence either.
right. No, we don't promote violence. But again, we are real people out here with real. Not that everybody else doesn't have a real life, but I mean, we're just everyday people. Giving the perspective from everyday folks.
Mhm.
And so I think we've definitely done good. Um, don't you go down them steps.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think we also bring a new perspective due to our age and experience and the fact that we are both, educated women. Both
Mm-hmm.
of us have
Mm-hmm.
master's degrees. Um So, and then like we're in the South, we're from the South, we raised in the
Mm-hmm.
South. Um, so I think we bring a different perspective than a lot of people are bringing. And let's just, we don't take, if you haven't, if one thing you haven't realized is that we do not take life that serious. I remember me talking earlier in the podcast about me crying at the restaurant. I went to the restaurant the other day by myself before I was getting ready to volunteer. And I then later on text Mila and we laughed about the fact that I was crying at happy hour. Because to
Oh my
us,
goodness. Flatbreads and blueberry martinis, baby, was right there before we went to a volunteer event. You hear me?
so since I went by myself to another volunteer event, I was like, might as well go to the same place. I didn't cry or anything. I was by myself anyway, but I didn't cry. Like so. And that's the thing. We don't take life too serious. Are we serious people? Yes. But
Yes.
the whole life-ish is because we don't really take life too serious. We understand there are serious moments, and the good thing about both of us, we have been there for each other and
Yeah.
each other's time of need. So we know how to be serious
True.
and for other people as well. But we know how to kiki, baby. That's one thing we definitely do know how to do. We make
Oh,
fun
we
of a
know.
whole bunch of situations that we probably shouldn't make fun of, because soon as I sent her a message that I was with the Flemings, she cracked up laughing at the fact that I went there and cried.
We were crying. I done left work, that had a day at work, that got that. God damn, you right there crying. Now we both sitting at the damn bar with these good folk little napkins, dabbing tears and can on. This ain't what we can't have our fun.
Yeah.
But again, that shows the friendship that we have, where we're comfortable enough to say, hey, this is what's going on. So again, we we do not, we take life serious, but also too we do not take it. I mean, because sometimes you just
Baby.
have to laugh. I mean, just you have to you have to laugh at stuff. I mean, because life is definitely too short.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we do believe in a good balance, but that's what we are. We watch regular stuff on TV. Clearly, again, what we like to watch is different.
She watched the cults. She likes the cults.
I
And you
like,
know
I
what?
mean,
I got a cult you can join. I don't know if you saw my
who, what?
message. I don't know if you saw my message on one of those social media. I was like, you could easily join that cult.
Which one was it?
Current.
The who?
The
The
current.
current? No, ain't that a new. Now, could I start one? Yeah, because really, again, all I need is probably one good Bible scripture or one good word of encouragement, and I will have me. I have a whole flock around here, baby. Around here, I just need to figure out what it is the people's like. What is missing? Because clearly, that's all it is. Look, if 4547 baby can have a plethora of folks following him from from space to the bottom of the earth and to the gutter, clearly
The bottom of the earth, like
to the
hell? Is that
gutter,
what you're talking about?
the bottom of the earth, baby. And we know that sucker's round, but baby, if you get to the bottom of it, that's the South Pole, North Pole, East Pole, wherever Santa Claus is, or Antarctica. Is that at the bottom? Is that at the bottom of the globe? What's at the bottom of the? Which one is it? Which one? Look it up and see.
Okay, because I'm about to look it up.
Because I'm assuming Antarctica is at the bottom. What is it? The equator? Is that something, or did I make that up too?
The equator is the middle.
Okay, so that's the middle. Okay, we want the bottom, and I think the bottom is Antarctica. Like that feel like that's where like you like at the very bottom it's cold down there. Well, what
It's
would
a
be the
yeah,
top?
it is the southernmost, the North Pole.
Okay.
Girl,
Well,
let
you
me
have
figure
people
out.
that follow him, honey, all the way down there to the north and the pole, where Santa Claus be, and the reindeer be down there. Well, what would be to
Well,
consider
that's
the
the North
top of the?
Pole.
Well, what would
Isn't
be?
Santa Claus at the North Pole?
Yeah. Or is it
Okay.
the South Pole? South Pole was a clothing line, I think, wasn't it? Wait a minute, they said close to the North Pole.
You talking about North Face, the jackets and
No,
coats?
I feel like there was a South Pole too. So I don't. Where is Santa Claus located? North Pole. Him and them elves and the reindeer. Where they at? Look it up. I'm just saying, ain't that where he at? Where's Santa Claus at? Tell the truth.
So yeah, Antarctica is the bottom, but
Okay. Now what's at
tech
the top of the equator? I mean, what's at the top? I mean, who at the top?
technically it's
Clearly, I paid attention to a little stuff in, I guess, geography.
it's America, according to
No,
this
at the
thing.
top. I can't tell, but honey, that's just as blue as it want to be. But okay.
Like that look like
Well,
America to me.
okay, so I made my point. So if people can follow him to the bottom of the to the what is it, the North Pole, and to the whatever gutter it is in the United States of Americas, clearly I can get me something going.
And by the way, Santa Claus is okay. They want to bring up the real Santa Claus and Saint Nick and all that stuff.
We just won't know where he resided,
Okay, I'm like, I didn't ask all that.
where
North
he come
Pole,
out.
it's the North Pole. I thought so. I was like, I don't think them the same places. Now let me
Okay,
double check if South Pole is a clothing line.
I think
Yeah.
South Pole is a clothing line from like the 90s. Double check, but I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, South Pole is a clothing line. It had
See,
streetwear from the early 1990s. You're correct.
that is. I know.
Because one thing about us also about this podcast, I'm gonna Google it. Now, if Google is lying, you're gonna have to take that up with Google. But I will Google it because we ain't trying to be fake news and spread misinformation. We trying to tell y'all the truth as we see fit. Do we know everything? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely. Will we
But we know a
pronounce
little.
things incorrectly? Absolutely. But do we try to give you the most correct information possible? Absolutely.
That's right.
Because I will
That's what we
forever
do.
Google. But yeah, South Pole, yeah, clothing line,
Okay.
streetwear. Hmm.
Well, so clearly I can, still uh get a cult going. Now there are a couple of churches that I would like to go in that are, have allegedly kind of cults, but I want to be able to go in and come out. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna maneuver that and just sit in the back. And then if I have to kind of nook in the book to get out, then I will. But there are a couple of them that I kind of want to go to, just to
Yeah,
kind
because
of
some
see.
of them in Chattanooga. One of them in
One of them, yeah,
Chattanooga.
the yellow. But I think now I don't know if it's a cult, but I do remember them having the yellow. Is it the yellow
Yellow
diner or
Deli.
the yellow
Yellow
daisy?
Deli. Deli.
Yeah. Okay. Now I do. If it's still, I'm quite sure it's probably still there. Down by the UTC. Um, but yeah, because they're only open 6 days a week, I think. That was back in the day. I remember watching something on A&E about it. But yeah, I mean, hey, real life friends, real life conversations, real life foolery,
because
and we cook some.
it'd be a whole bunch of foolery. It'd be a whole
No longer
bunch of them.
foolery.
But apparently
So I would say
they got one in apparently North Carolina as well.
the yellow. I feel
Hmm.
like there was one. I remember when at our previous job we worked at together, and I was doing home visits. I feel like there's one close by, and when I
There's
say
one in
close by,
Pulaski. In Pulaski.
yeah, that might have been where I saw it at up that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Told you, y'all, I be out here Googling. My mama was like, you was looking down, and I was like, I be Googling. I be trying to make sure we're giving the correct information, So I'm always Googling on this phone, me in one hand. Because again,
Well, I cannot.
we ain't got no money to be getting sued, and we
No,
don't want no future money to be sued either.
that
So
part.
yeah, but they
Mm-mm.
also apparently so apparently Yellow Deli has several locations. They are allegedly part of a cult because you use that word and people
Yeah,
because
definitely
yeah.
allegedly.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
Hmm.
like 12 tribe. But apparently they got places in New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Georgia, Florida,
Mm.
Colorado, California. And then got some places in Canada and other places as well, other countries as well. So
Well, I
interesting.
know they originated in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they originated at. And again, I remember there being uh, a uh, A&E like a while back had did series on cults. Like that was one time they did something on Scientology,
Okay.
uh, and various other ones. And I remember them saying that it started outside of Chattanooga, and I can't remember where in Chattanooga. 12 tribes, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
It said the first Yellow Deli was on Brainerd Road in Chattanooga.
mm, yeah, that's where close to where I used to live at home, yeah. So clearly, I mean,
You go to
we know
Chattanooga, you can.
how people fall for, you know, cults and things. So, but because I want to get to heaven and see my mama, I don't want to do nothing like that. I'm just gonna
Well, you
go ahead.
if you do it, you just gotta like take a picture of the building before you go in, take a picture of a couple of cars and their tags before you go in, and tell somebody and have your location on. And I think you should be safe. And then
I know
also
I
pray.
will,
And then pray before you go inside. And I think you should be fine.
and I will come back and tell the story. Best believe that.
Because I think with that information, we'll be able to find people if we need to.
And that's what I'm gonna do. So that's gonna be my goal for 2020 and the six is it go to at least two of these alleged cults that are in where we live at here in
In and
Nashville
around Tennessee. In and around
and
Tennessee.
around Tennessee. And
Hmm.
that's what I'm gonna do. Leave that
Okay.
goddamn car running. You hear me? Keep in the. There's a so and so car with Alabama and him stick on it running. That's me. Into it right there.
Something else that I
But
want
yeah,
us to do more, of course, I want us to do more outings, more food things because we haven't really did anything food wise. But
right.
also um have like a mixing class or something where we were mixing drinks, or
Mm,
either just mix more drinks on the podcast.
we can
Um,
do that.
I think, I think that will work out for us as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this question because I thought about this question. So I know that you are the only child of your mother. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you have this, I don't think you call them step siblings, but you have your sibs or whatever from
Yeah.
pops and stuff like that. And I am the
Mm-hmm.
youngest of 10. Did you ever want like younger siblings?
Growing up, no, because I think I have a younger one now, which brother, but growing up, I was the youngest out of
Mm,
my other three older cousins. So I never really wanted anybody, I guess, younger than me. So
mm,
I guess I felt like that would kind of tie into, you know, me getting whatever I wanted, being the youngest.
I
That
feel
makes
you.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember telling my mama because one of my classmates' mother had a child, and I told
Mm-hmm.
my mama, don't do that because I see it. Now, let me just say this. I don't believe in promoting violence. I don't believe in people being violent. But I did say that I would probably beat up a child if my mama had it. She didn't, so we don't have to worry about that. Never. So, because I'm the
No.
baby. I'm the baby.
Yeah.
It's already 9 other kids. I'm the baby.
Yeah. No.
And I
I'm
need to be the baby.
I'm number four in the grandkids, and then amongst the siblings, I'm number two. I'm second from the oldest.
Mm,
Yeah. But no, I never wanted a sibling. Not growing, I was fine, being the only child. I had my cousins, so I was all right. That was siblings to me.
yeah.
Mm-mm. And I never really asked my mama why she didn't have another one. I guess she probably figured I was too much anyway, and she was like, "One is enough." And then it could have been she was like, "I don't want no more children with that man there. One is enough."
OMG, OMG, OMG.
I'm just saying that could have been what my mama said. Nope, one is enough with him. We don't need another one running around here. So,
And so let me also say this. If you want to recommend a television show or um a movie or a restaurant or something that you want us to do, our email address is reallifeishfriends@gmail.com. Our telephone number where you can, I prefer you not call. You could call, but I just prefer you would text so I can remember. That number is 615-475-8152. Again, that's 615-475-8152. You can call, but I'm just saying, I think text is better because I can easily, provide that information to Mila. But yeah, so if you have any drink suggestions or if you know of any, drinks that are out that you think we should try, like I said, for as I am concerned, Mila would try the dark liquors. Even though I think she's vodka now, but
yep.
she can try the dark liquors. I will try the clears. Besides gin, I don't try gin. I won't drink
I like
gin.
Jen.
Gin make you sin, wine make you fine, and I'm trying to be fine. I ain't trying to sin. So I'm not gonna be out here drinking gin. Plus, not to mention, I feel like this is just not something in my life. I love life too much to drink gin. That's just stuff nasty. I might as well just siphon some gas out the car and be like, let me go ahead and drink this. We do not recommend
Blessed
it
be
either.
the fruit. Oh Lord,
I'm just
no
saying that's how I
ma'am,
feel about gin. Gin is disgusting.
no ma'am.
Um, yeah, gin is nasty. But and let me tell you how we normally gather what
Okay.
movies. If y'all don't have any suggestions or anything for us, we literally go on um whatever the streaming services are, and we're like, did you watch this, did you watch that, did you watch this, did you watch that, and then that's how we come to the conclusion of a lot of things based on who had time to watch what, and can the other person catch up and watch that as well. So that's why we do like suggestions that you all have, because again, otherwise it's just going to be a toss up. So it might as well be a toss up that you all watch, because I feel like if you watched it, we can engage because you already know what's going on, instead of, you know, it's being something that we done seen on, like I said, some kind of streaming platform and decided, okay, we'll do it that way. So, because
New
that's
season of
otherwise that's what we
Landman
do.
starts this week. Did you watch Landman? I don't think you watched it on Paramount.
Mm-mm.
It was on Paramount Plus. Okay.
Yeah, I see the commercial things for it, but no, I don't. I don't watch it. Did you know Tyler Perry had a new movie?
Something on Prime.
Find.
The
I think it's
Perfect
like
Love or something.
Finding Joy or something like that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
ain't it kind of like a East? It's sent. No, Lord, not
it's
Easter. Centered around Christmas.
uh, um, it's centered around the snow. I wouldn't necessarily say it was centered around Christmas because I don't recall seeing Christmas things,
Okay.
but it's centered around the snow. But I guess in a sense, it's centered around winter season. So yeah, I think it's called Finding Joy.
Okay. Mm. Let me know when my other show come back on with him. Beauty in
Beauty in
Black.
Black. Yeah, it is called
Hmm.
Finding Joy. That's the name of it. Finding Joy. Tyler Perry Finding
Okay.
Joy. I didn't even know, like I said, I had no idea. I have watched it, but I'm just saying I didn't have any idea that it was even a thing. I just
Is it
happened to
sappy?
scroll. Um, not it gives you Hallmark Lifetime.
Mm.
It does give you a feel of Hallmark Lifetime Christmas movie. But like I said, I don't recall seeing anything Christmassy
Okay.
when I
Just the
watched it.
smoke.
Just snow. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I think, let me tell you the movie that I did watch
What?
is the one that has Idris Elba in it. I don't really, whatever. The one that's I was talking about, for the CIA and all that stuff working for the government.
Mm-hmm.
It says something about dynamite. Let me find the name of it.
Dynamite.
Yeah. A House of Dynamite.
Hmm.
It's a movie.
And that's on. Is that on Prime?
That's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's on Netflix. So, like I said, if you that's why we definitely want suggestions. You can also drop it in our inboxes or messengers. Um and that will work as well. It's Kimberly Mila on Facebook, and it is
Mm-hmm.
Real Life is Friends on the Instagram. And eventually one day we might even get us a tick in the top.
One step
Yeah.
at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, for our Veterans Day / anniversary episode, I hope you have truly enjoyed it. I hope you have gotten a lot of
Yeah.
understanding of who we are as people, as friends, as podcasters. You know that I want to be a sniper, and Jamila wants to not join a cult, but be cult adjacent, because she's trying to get to heaven. I
That
guess that's
part.
the best way to
Remember
say it.
before we end, you remember I had you take it up and Peter pop off.
Yes. And I
That's
still think that's weird that they seen you a little. Let me see if I got something that looks like this because it was the oddest thing ever.
one of them was like a little vial of something. I don't know.
A
One looked like
water. It was
eraser
water. I'm
in a
trying to see
little
if I got
packet,
it.
like a
I
little
don't.
eye droplet packet.
Yeah, it was like a. I don't.
You were supposed to think of something like a pack of ketchup you get from the thing, and you were supposed to put it under your sleep under it and then drink it the next. It was healing. It was healing water, and I don't know if Peter Popoff was. If I got book it up in him before my mama passed or after, but I feel like it was before.
I think it was
And
before your mama passed away. I'm almost
I was,
positive it was before your mama passed away.
and I was watching. That's when you had your DVR, and I had recorded because I love Perry Mason. It's a soothing show for me, one of my soothing shows. And they had a random commercial with Peter Popoff, and Peter Popoff had told them folks that them people said they was getting thousands of dollars in checks, and they were getting homes, and they were being healed. And I was like, okay, let me call Peter. Not that I really wanted that thing. I just wanted to see what it was about. And let me tell you, that Peter know he can send in some personalized letters along with some food. And I think he stopped. He stopped sending stuff because I didn't send no money. So I
Plus, you
guess he
also
was like,
moved.
I did.
You also moved. But no, okay, so this is a shower cap, so I guess this is gonna be the closest thing. It's like literally, but straighter, and it was filled with water. It was the weirdest thing ever.
What a time. What a time.
Yes,
And Kim did. I think he. And then I think later that year he was in Memphis, and Kim didn't want to go to Memphis with me to see him.
absolutely not. Don't want any parts of this. I regret even like agreeing to whatever I did, call or text or something. I don't even appreciate doing that. Like, so no, no, absolutely not.
Ah, that was a fun time. There, that what
Yeah.
happen when you watching stuff late. Them darn infomercials late at night. I got me a check in the mail, and I was healed. I just wanted to see what he was talking about. Is he still living? I wonder. Let's see. Is he still living?
Peter Popoff.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, nobody said nothing. He was dead.
Peter Popoff. He might not be.
He's still living.
He is.
Hmm. He was born in West Berlin. Hmm. Let's see where he get his miracle water from.
I don't know, but according to Wikipedia, they said that he was exposed in 1986 by a magician for James Randi for using a concealed earpiece to receive radio messages from his wife, who gave him the names, addresses, and ailments of audience members doing his pop-off led religious services. That is according to the Wick and the Pedia, and yeah,
Now I didn't realize he was making
he's
a
German.
comeback seeking. No, he was on African American or Buying Time on BET. Peter was on the BET. Who knew?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Speaking
Well,
of churches, have you seen the TikTok thing where the lady has been pretending that she has a crying baby and she's calling these churches to see if they would give her formula? And some of the places are like no, and some of them like are willing to give. Like one man from Kentucky was like, "So what kind of flavor is that?" He clearly has no idea about formula. But apparently based on like the response, apparently like one of the videos that she did regarding him went kind of viral and all this stuff, and that small church in Kentucky received over $95,000 in donations, um, allegedly, apparently,
because they helped the baby.
it wasn't even a real baby but they wanted to help. They was willing to help because apparently she
Oh,
called over 40 churches from my understanding, and a lot of churches did not even want to help. There was
oh, so the
also
one that
some
did help.
people, yeah,
Oh, they got
and then
money.
there's a lot
Okay.
of them that even I think even considered probably mega churches and all this stuff. Apparently, like some of the people were so mad and called her a witch and the devil and all of this stuff because you know the whole point, you know, of especially you can't be like you a missionary Baptist and you are this kind of, and then you don't be out here, serving the people like that.
Right, right.
Um, especially, in need and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't appreciate what she's doing. And like I said, have called her a lot of names, a lot of things other than a child of God.
Mm.
Um,
But
and
she
some
exposing
people
the
are
people and they
appreciative.
getting money.
Yeah. So yeah,
See?
it's exposing the people, and apparently, like I said, because I think she went to go visit him, maybe. But yeah, he was like, so let me see what I can do. Talking about, I go get it my own self. You said they sell it at Walmart or whatever the store, whatever, like a store like that. And he was like, so what kind of flavor is that? And I said, at this moment, I know this man don't know nothing. He probably like,
And they got
you,
$90,000. See?
hmm.
You
So I'm like, but a
people is
lot of
missing out
people,
on their
yeah.
blessing.
But a lot of the people, apparently, a lot of the pastors got up, this past Sunday, because a lot of their churches, have some kind of social media presence. Well, I won't say that they have the ability to have their services recorded and stuff like that.
Right, right.
And they have said a lot of things about her because of what she did, instead of taking accountability and trying to help and offer and
Mm.
everything more. um they did. I low-key wanted to tell her to call my church. However, the only reason I don't want them to call my church is
Hmm.
because there is always already a person that be on Sunday's broadcast scamming in the comment
Mm.
section, trying to scam. And I already be feeling like I'm gonna cuss them out one day on the, and so I don't, to save me also. But I feel like my church would. Um, and this is basically, it kind of reflects bad on a lot of Christians, um,
Hmm.
churches, because they called up to, I think, a Buddhist temple. They was willing to help. I think they called to a mosque, maybe. They were also
Mm.
willing to help. But then she called these churches, and a lot of the churches didn't help. Several of the churches that did help, the one in Kentucky, seems to be a predominantly white um, congregation. But I think some of the other churches may have been mixed or either black that actually was able to
Okay.
help. So now, but also at the same token, one of the ones that And some of the people that are being real angry have also been Black people and Black pastors. So it's very interesting. So I think her name is Nikita or something like that. So if anybody have TikTok, go out and check some of the
I want
calls
to
and
look it
stuff
up.
like
Send
that.
me a clip of it.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think she did over 40 churches or whatever, with the
Mm.
baby crying. And some of them she didn't even have the baby crying and they was willing to, help. And
Yeah.
this one person was like, first of all, of course some of these black congregations was churches was going to help. She was like, you can call my mama right now. No, Mike, she said, you can call my grandmama right now and you tell her that grandbaby the baby needs some formula and she gonna have it for you. And I was like, baby, don't tell my mama you hungry because she gonna feed you. She gonna find you something to eat. So I'm like, I feel like that's the kind of, that is
Hmm.
how a lot of older, and I'm
Yeah.
probably the same way. You ain't gonna tell me you so hungry. I'm be like, okay, I can't, but
You
so
get
I just think it's
something.
very
Right.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Um, for the shout outs, we want to shout out you, the listeners, the subscribers, everybody that
Yes.
watches us every week, everybody that subscribe, everybody that supports me and Mila podcast or otherwise. We definitely appreciate that. Again,
We
we
do.
definitely want to also thank the veterans for all you for
Do.
making the ultimate wanting to make the ultimate sacrifice for us. And I don't care. I've said this before and I say it again. I don't care if you decided to join the military because you almost went to prison, you wanted to go to school for free. I don't care what your excuse is. I do not care. The fact that you was willing and able to do that and willing to make that sacrifice is a lot better than a lot of us was willing to do. Because
That part.
in myself included. So definitely salute you all,
Facts.
the veterans. But
Hmm.
episode number 42 of Real Life is Friends podcast. This is one of your hosts, Kimberly.
I'm Mila.
And peace up, A Town.